Well, it turns out at the bottom there where those guide clips go, that actually has another pin in it. Obviously, I mean, I'm not just going to be able to twist it into place. I mean, that would mean though that I have to be able to pull this thing all the way forward and off the rail to be able to stick these back on and then slide it all back.
No,
And that sounds awful.
Hey, don't do that.
After my nearly 3-hour attempt to install these clips previously, or to find a way by which you might install them, I thought that it would have been pretty obvious that using these clips was not the way to go. But it turns out there are still those that want to find the clips or that have actually found a way to install them. I'm seriously questioning how they got them in, because we went and tried to install them again the other day, and well, here are the results. Now, I got a rather long comment from someone saying that they had found a way to install them by channeling a groove into one of the clips. Now, you are indeed able to install one of the clips without any modification, but in order to get a second clip in, there's just no way to get it to fit. Try as I might, it would not go in. Now, unfortunately, the spot where the pin goes in the clip is right in the middle of the grooves that glide along the rail. Now, this pretty much prevents any modification to the clip. Now, there are about 2 ways that I could think of to put a groove into this that would allow you to install it. And that's to put it kind of along in line there, or to put it straight up from the bottom. Now, the problem is either way, you're compromising the integrity of the clip. Now, the commenter suggested that you put it in so that it's kind of diagonal. However, that doesn't give you the room that you need to be able to install it. Once you get the first clip in, that beam, as I'm calling it, that connects, the clip to the rail to the roof, it doesn't move. It's pretty well rigid in the spot that it's supposed to be. So once you slide this along the rail, you get it sliding up there, there's no way to really get it underneath to slide it up in. To do so would almost certainly wind up bending part of the mechanism that's attaching all of this. So I came up with my own way. I figured, maybe we can sand it down enough on the bottom here that we could sand both pieces, we could attach them to our post, and then we could just kind of hammer it in. And so we did. But they broke. Now here you can see what's left of the clips after we tried modifying them and got them installed, but as you can see, it did quite a number to the clips. So what we did is we sanded down the bottom area on both of them. And we even did it at somewhat of an angle so that when we went to install this, we could easily squeeze it in between the rails. So with that placed on there, we kind of had both sides there, and then we got everything lined up. Both of them were sitting just inside the rail. And then, as our video shows, we basically just hammered it down. Now, it did go part way before it kind of got difficult, at which point we forced it the rest of the way down, and, well, it quickly became apparent that it was not going to hold properly. Now, though it seemed to be sitting okay, as soon as I closed the roof and then tried opening it back up, it pulled the post right on out. So we were then able to pull these back out. We even had a piece of one of these, I think it's this one, a piece completely broke off when we were trying to put it in. But this is more or less what you're left with. And even if we'd sanded it down more, this is probably close to where it would wind up and what you'd be stuck with. And in that case, the problem becomes there's no longer enough of a lip on the bottom half there to keep the post in place. Now, if it happened to be that you could remove the rail and kind of like I suggested in my video, you're able to slide that post all the way off the front end, in that case, you're doing about the same amount of work as it takes to replace the rail, but in that case, these may work as a solution. However, I will also note that after attempting this, though I was able to get my sunroof to close, my sunscreen now does not close. And all attempts to reset it and get it to close again have thus far failed. So, In short, I do not recommend that you purchase these parts. I do still think that maybe an enterprising individual could come up with a way to make a 2-part clip that you would be able to somehow snap together. Once, you know, you put in the bottom half first or something, line up the post and snap in the top half. I might try to get my roommate to try that since he is an engineer. Maybe he'd have some ideas. I would think you should be able to 3D print something maybe. But thus far, this is not the solution. Now, if someone has found a way or a type of replacement clip that does work, send it to me in an email. Please don't just leave it in the comments or something or leave some obscure instructions. Send me a link, send me a video. That way we can get that information out there. We can vet it and everything. And, you know, hopefully we find a better solution for the obviously hundreds, if not thousands of us that now have sunroofs, panoramic roofs that we cannot open. Anyhow, that'll finish things up for today, guys. We've got more Mercedes repair videos on the way, so hang tight, hit that notification bell so that you get word of them when they go live, and I will see you then. So long.